Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go over the Legion Timewalking Mage Tower for the Retribution Paladin. As you can see, I got the armor set. This was actually the first one I completed, but I did not record the video, so I had to go back and get it recorded. Today we're going to discuss the talents, we're going to discuss consumables, and we are also going to go over a few macros. And then we'll take a look at my gear. Alright, so let's start with talents. We're going to go with Zeal, because we will not be using Templar's Verdict a whole lot. And this is just some extra single target damage. Next, we're going to be taking Imperium Power. That's so we can pump out as much AoE damage as possible. Get a few free a few free Divine Storms. And then we're going to be taking Repentance, and we'll also be using a Repentance focused macro, as you can see here. And this is pretty much just to stop Sigrun from casting her empowered ability. After that, we're going to be taking Cavalier. You could probably use Eye for an Eye as well and get a little bit of extra damage out of it, but I don't think it's worth it. I think Cavalier and having the extra charge of Divine Steed to get to the runes is much better. After that, we're going to be taking Divine Purpose instead of the normal Seraphim. This, in conjunction with Imperium Power, will just help us get out a ton of Divine Storms. After that, we're going to take Healing Hands just for reduced lay on hands cooldown. You might be able to get 2 uses in the fight if you use it early. And for the Word of Glory, increased healing. You're going to be using Word of Glory quite a bit. And you're going to be using around 30% health or so. Sometimes a little bit lower if you have to build your Holy Power back up. After that, we're going to take Sanctified Wrath to finish out the talent tree, and that just makes it your Avenging Wrath last a little bit longer, and every time you actually use a spender, you're going to erupt in holy damage around you. Alright, that concludes our talents, and let's look at gear real quick. I didn't do much for my gear. I switched a few things out to increase my haste a little bit. I think about 20% haste is where you want to go into this at. I came in a little bit lower because I have Old Warrior Soul, and I knew I was going to get some static haste throughout the fight. Trinket options, I'm sure there are much better options, but I just used Old Warrior Soul and Titanic Ico Gland, and I didn't have too many issues. I did not use the Crusader enchant, which is currently bugged for the encounter, and it's giving a lot more main stat than it should. So that you are able to do that currently, but it will be removed. I think they said they're going to patch that here soon. So again, I switched out a few pieces to get around 18% haste. I normally have 23 when it comes to rating, so I dropped some of that to gain some more mastery. Because when you zone in, the stat weights shift a little bit. Alright, let's take a look at macros real quick. I use 2 macros in this encounter. The first one is my normal macro for Avenging Wrath. It used to be my Crusade macro, as you can see by the name. But it's just Avenging Wrath and my potion macro together. So that's all it is. It's nothing special. And the other one is a Repentance / cast at focus Repentance. Alright, that was pretty easy and quick. Now the last thing we have is consumables. Now you have to remember with your consumables, a few things are going to happen here. Number one is they're going to scale down when you go in as well, so you do not have to buy the newest thing. Instead of buying the Desolate Armor Kit, which is probably about 400 gold, at least it is on my server, you can actually buy the low quality version. Sorry, the Heavy Desolate. You can buy the regular Desolate Armor Kit, which will be reduced to about, I think it's like 5 or 6 stamina. So you could spend, I think these are like 15 gold a piece or something. A lot cheaper. So the things that we are going to be using are the Augment Runes, which again, you can go to the cheaper one as long as it gives you over 6, pretty sure it's 6 is what it's lowered down to, 6 main stat. We're going to be using food. I was just using either haste food or use main stat food. If you're trying to use main stat food, if you can make it, you can make the Borealis Blood Sausage, which is being extremely overpriced on the auction house right now. Or you can just get a new feast, put a feast down, and eat off of it. The feast runs a few hundred gold, but it's cheaper than on my server. The Brawl Blood Sausage is going for like 10,000 gold per. So feast is a lot cheaper. Next thing is a flask. Obviously, the Spectral Flask of Power is not too expensive. You can actually downgrade that to the Greater Drainic Flask of Strength if you want. We already went over the armor kits. Use the regular Desolate, not the heavy Desolate if you're trying to save some money. And then the last thing is the Shaded Sharpening, or second to last thing is the Shaded Sharpening Stones. Then just make sure you have a few potions in your inventory for use during the fight. You'll get about 2 potions. Alright, that concludes our little intro to the video. Let's go take a look at the encounter. Go ahead and put her on focus. Make sure we got an aura on. Use our augment rune. Already have a flask and sharpening stone. I think I'm gonna stick with what we got as far as trinkets go. So again, what we're gonna do first is we're going to interrupt Runeseer and stack both of them on top of Jarl. We're gonna keep Jarl targeted the majority of the fight until he dies, and then we will kill Runeseer, and then we will kill her. I made an interrupt or a repentance focus macro and put Sigrun on focus. And anytime we're available, we're going to stack them up and cleave them because they all share a health pool. Alright, so here we go. Stack them right there, pop all cooldowns, and start AoEing. Okay, move away from green. Okay, we're gonna pop our bop real quick because he's got his empowered hits, and we can sit here and not have to worry about taking damage from him and get a few more AoEs in. And now we're gonna run away. We're gonna slow him, and we're gonna run over here and repentance Sigrun. She's repentanced, so we can hodge him so we can get a heal off, and we can come back. It's our divine purpose. Got lucky with a little proc there, and we got more runes. So you can always do the smallest runes second if you'd like. Okay, so now she just used her empowerment and didn't get the power because she was CC'd. So now we are going to stack them back up, AoE them for a minute. I hate when they drop the heal in the bad. Try to stay around 30% or higher on health. Obviously, sometimes that doesn't work, but why we say try. She should be summoning angels soon, and this is the first part where the overlap is kind of iffy. Takes about 3 Templar Verdicts normally to break his shield. Okay, so we're gonna run away now, and we are also gonna repentance Sigrun, because she should be doing her empowerment soon. Gonna hodge that. She should still be doing her empowerment soon. There it is. So now we have cooldowns back up, so we want to stack them up, and we want to full cooldowns again. Yeah, this should be 3 sets of runes this time. This is number 2. We're gonna repentance her again, just because it's about that time. I don't have timers, so we got lucky with the placement of the angels. She should be doing her empowerment soon, I'm pretty sure. Okay, move this way a little bit. He did his empowerment. We're gonna slow him. Gonna grab this heal. I'm gonna go ahead and bubble. I'm gonna Repentance Sigrun again because she didn't do her empowerment yet. It's short, so hopefully she does it now. Because I won't be able to CC her again. Okay, she did hers. So we're gonna stack them up again. Use that. We need a heal here. We're going to Repentance Sigrun again because we're pretty close to that time. Break this shield. Need to run him away or hodge him and then break the shield. This is the one where you want to get the Divine Purpose procs for sure. Oh no. There's our lay on hands. We're gonna die right here because we don't have anything up. Okay, one of them is dead now. After you get the first one dead, the fight's not so bad. As long as things don't get crazy. It's Repentance for 40 more seconds. The only thing we gotta worry about. That's it. That's the fight. This one's a lot easier as long as you know what you're doing. You can keep Sigrun CC'd for a lot of it. Towards the end of the fight, she will sit there and spam her empowerments on the other two, which is why it gets kind of hectic. So if you manage your cooldowns a little bit better, you can have stuff available. But luckily we got it done. This was the second attempt today. Or no, this was the third attempt today. Obviously I already have the armor set. I did it a few days ago, but I didn't record it, so we are re-recording it. I did not use the Crusader enchant, which is what most people are using. I think the Celestial Guidance might be a little bit more damage than Sinful Revelation, but I used what I had, and then I was using Old Warrior Soul and Titanic Ocular. Alright guys, once again, thanks for stopping by. Much appreciated. If you don't mind, please click the subscribe button down below. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, if it helped you any. If you have any questions, need help with anything, please leave a comment below and I'll be more than happy to do what I can for you. Thank you guys and have a great day.